Alright, hello, this is my video for day 9, this is Durex part 2, and the main topic of this video is how I feel about sexual content. I can see why a few people would be a bit wary about posting their thoughts about this on the internet, but fuck it, whatever, I'm not that fussed about it, so I'll give you my honest opinions. So, as I have probably noticed, there are quite a few ways to find out about sex now, from more youth-focused TV shows, like the Sex Education show, educational websites. Can't really say I've come across them. I wouldn't say Pornhub's educational. Well, I don't know, it depends what your idea of education is, to be honest. Celebrities, yeah, unless you're talking about that one where Pamela Anderson got banged on the boat, then I don't know, or maybe One Night in Paris. I don't really see where celebrities have informing us about sex other than that, and then getting their tits out on a Friday night that normally gets put on page 3 of The Sun. Forums, I can't say as I've ever come across them. Games. Yeah, I find some dirty game on the internet, but I wouldn't really say that you find out about sex. I'd say it's more just like a perverty stroke rapey game. You shouldn't really be playing that, but never mind. I did come across that one day at university. Tech services and those handy magazines we all learn from. I'm guessing you mean porn mags. I think that day and age of the old porno magazine is well gone. It's all about internet pornography now. That's the way forward. All at the click of a button. So yeah, we're going to have a generation of perverts in my eyes, but what can you do? So you want to know where you feel is the best place to find out more about sex aside from talking to your friends and family? I reckon with our generation, it's got to be the internet really. Like an informative website is probably the best thing. You can look at it in private. You don't have to read it out. Like I swear, them sex educational videos you got at school were so cringeworthy. Some thing that was made in the 80s to political correctness or whatever, they're just absolutely rubbish. You don't learn anything, you just sit there with all your mates giggling. I think the best way to, if you really think you can learn about sex other than by doing it, which I think is the best way, learn as you go along, learn on the job. But yeah, I think it's on a website because you can just sort of do it in your own time, and I'm not on about a porn website either, just like an informative website where you can just sort of go along and read at your own pace and yeah, just do your own thing and maybe have a few informative videos on there, nothing too raunchy, but yeah, I think that would definitely be the best way to learn about things, especially for this generation coming up of school leavers, because the internet's where it's all at. It's all about e-learning and that sort of thing. So yeah. So you want to know what would make me feel more comfortable and confident asking questions? Yeah, so I've just answered that, sorry. I'm just blabbering on here. But yeah, maybe like a forum as well where you can chat to someone, I don't know, like some sort of sex expert, if there is one that isn't a porn star. I don't know. Yeah, definitely sort of like an internet and a forum where, I don't know, because I suppose if you're doing it over the internet, you wouldn't feel embarrassed if you just sat in your bedroom, and you just sort of post a little question like, what is a blowjob or whatever, or how do I give a good hand job, whatever tickles your fancy. Not that I'm trying to find information out on this at all, just to clarify. Then yeah, you could just sort of post it on the internet, it's be a bit anonymous, because when you're in school and you've got all your mates around you and you're giggling and you're looking at all the girls, and yeah, it's all a bit not really that informative. It's all just a little bit embarrassing, and then talking to your parents as well, I just don't even go there. I think, and obviously you don't want to know about talking to your friends, so yeah, I think an internet sort of website with a little chat forum where you can ask people that are a bit more experienced or experts, yeah, I think that's the best way. Do I feel that I know as much as I'd like to know about sex? Yeah, I reckon so. Pornhub ruined that for me. I know everything that I need to know thanks to that website. I don't think there is any topics I'd like to know more about. Yeah, I think even that's a bit of an edgy question for me to answer. I think that I know enough already, without trying to blag or sound big-headed or whatever. But yeah, I think I know my stuff. So would I trust a brand like Durex to give me more information on sex? Yeah, definitely. Durex is a well-established brand. They're really well known. Even if there is that little rumour that they apparently put pinpricks in every 10,000 condoms to keep the population up, but I don't know, is that just a rumour? It probably is, but it's still sort of funny. Yeah, I definitely trust Durex to do it. I mean, if you've ever opened a pack of condoms, the ones that come in a box that you buy from a shop, they've got an instruction of how to unroll it and that sort of thing. Like, if you were going to get sex advice of anyone, I think Durex should set up a website with, like I said, with a forum and the chat thing where you can sort of speak to someone anonymously in your own time in private, so you don't feel embarrassed asking stupid questions, because that's a problem with school at sex education. You don't really like get to know what you want to know. You just ask things and sort of giggle and like, woo. That's as I said, it must be quite difficult for someone that doesn't really know that, and it was quite hard when you're young trying to find these things out, like without getting it on with a lady or a guy, whatever floats your boat. I'm not one to judge. Yeah, definitely Durex should do that. Do I think it should be done on a social network like Facebook? No, I don't at all, because too many people can access Facebook. And like, I don't know, it just could, the wrong things, like, Facebook's bad, man. Facebook can ruin your life. If you go out on a night out, you make a twat of yourself, pictures are going to be posted all over about what you've been up to. So if you're asking questions on the Durex website and then your friends, like, I don't know, you don't know what a clitoris is or how to take a bra off, for example, then you're going to get mocked for it. It should be like a private website where only you can see what you've asked, not on a social networking site. I do like the idea about it, and maybe they should give you information on Facebook. Like Durex could have a page on there that could give you information, and if you click like and you could look at it. But you definitely shouldn't have some open chat where people can see what you're asking. It needs to be anonymous. That's what people need. That sort of like clarification in their head that no one's going to laugh at them, and that it's just between you and the person that's asking it. That's what I think anyway, so I hope that's helpful. So there are shows on Channel 4 about sex education. Yeah, I do know what that is, a sex education show. I have seen these, as you can tell. Tell us what I think of them. I think the doctor that answers the questions is really, really, really fit. And I don't really think that's appropriate. I don't know, maybe she's just hot because she's got on maybe she's just on TV because she's hot. She probably knows what she's on about. I'm not knocking her as a doctor or anything. But I don't know, like, I think kids would find it a lot easier to ask questions if she was fat and ugly. Then I don't know, I reckon you'd be a bit nervous about asking some hottie doctor about these things. Tone of the presenters, yeah, they've sort of got it covered, man. They try and do it in a fun, sort of informative way and take the embarrassment away from it. And you know, they have the older people get on stage, where they have the naked ladies from like 20 years to like the old grannies with the titties down to the knees and whatever, and show you that everyone's different and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it is a little bit strange, but you know, you need to know it, man. It's like important information, and I suppose for people that have got self-confidence issues, I don't know, that for maybe a girl that's a little bit chubby or got small boobies or whatever, she needs to know that everyone's different. Or I don't know, a common one is girls have got one boob bigger than the other. And when you get a bit older, you're not asked about it. Like my last lady friend that I was with, her one boob was a little bit bigger than the other. But when you're a kid, you must, like, I remember girls worrying about it and get rumours going around like, oh, she's got one boob bigger than the other, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's a bit strange. So I think they've got the right idea there. They're on the right tracks, but it's still that openness, man. I think what people need is the privacy of asking, so they don't get mocked by their colleagues or peers or whatever you want to, schoolyard chums. Is it right for me? I don't know. Like I said, I think I don't know. I know what I need to know about it. I've had plenty of girlfriends. I must be doing something right. So yeah, I reckon I know what I need to know. Do I feel comfortable watching shows like this at home? Yeah, it's funny when I watch it with my mates, with my girlfriend, and she was like, oh, look at her boobs, they go to her knees. Yeah, it's jokes. But watching it with my parents, yeah, that'd just be weird. I've told you about this already, like when raunchy, steamy, sexy scenes come on. It's just a bit strange, isn't it? So, lastly, where do I get from information about sex from these days, and what is the best tone of voice that you come across? Don't know, frank, collaborative, private, about sex, I don't know. Lastly, where do you get most of your information about sex from these days, and what is the best tone of voice that you've come across? I don't know, like most information about sex I don't already know, I'm guessing is on the internet somewhere in Pornhub. And it's, yeah, I think private would be the best way to do it. Like I said, that question don't really apply to me, so I don't really look for information about sex other than, nah, I don't at all for any information about sex. It's on the internet. Right, that's it anyway.